Hey guys, this is CJ Harris, and I'm a solutions engineer for UsableNet. Today, I'm just going to make a quick video, hopefully, showing very high level of some of the spidering or crawling functionality of our AQA platform. And what I mean by that, of course, is the ability for Aqua to go through and kind of spider through a site and pull back all the issues that are found in terms of accessibility on the site. And then there's also a more complex version of this where you can go through a few steps of, say, a customer or user journey. Maybe start from the home page, go to another page, log in as a certain user, and then say, okay, from this point on, spider through the site. So you have that option as well. So I'm going to set this up. It's called page collection. I'm going to put in the starting URL, and again, I could do this from a sitemap. I could start from an existing user journey that's already been set up. But for today, I'm just going to use this basic site. I'm going to select the device type, user agent. I'm going to skip through most of this to keep it relatively short. But again, we could have a follow-up demo and jump into more detail. So URL filters. This is where you have a lot of different options where you can whitelist certain paths, blacklist certain paths, or portions of the site. In the collection settings, you can select how deep you want it to crawl, how many URLs you want, if you want to limit how far it goes in. And then you also have the option of how many URLs or pages per batch. And this is really more how it pulls back the information of what needs to be fixed and maybe how you would organize the reporting portion of it. And then there's a preview mode. You really don't need to do this, but I'll just show you briefly so you get an idea. It's going to go look at the site. It's going to basically have all the different portions of the site, sections of the site, and then you can go in and select or unselect them. By default, it's going to have kind of social media or third parties unselected. It looks like it by default unselected the shop portion of the site. I'm just going to leave things as they are. And then also when you come into here, you can kind of get a mapped out version of all of this. You can search by the different sections or portions of the site, or I could click on them and it's going to show the next level of how many links that's going to expand to. And as you see here, I can just keep going further through and choose to exclude certain ones if I wanted to or not. But I'll skip past this for now. I'm not going to exclude anything else. Hopefully you get the idea from that. And then it's going to ask me to name it. And then I'm going to jump over and kick it off just so you get an idea. I'm not going to wait for it to finish. Probably a site like SpaceX, it's not too complicated. It's not really retail. It would take maybe 10 minutes to finish. Aqua, again, is ready to test against the newly defined 2.1 standards or the traditional 2.0, really the international standard. From here, I could kick off all the crawler tests I have in scope or that I've set up. I just have the one that I just created. Also, you can schedule these tests, like I mentioned in previous videos, but I'm just going to kick it off immediately. So I will show that now. And that's it. So it's queued now. It's going to go through, evaluate the site. Like I said, probably on a site like this, it would take 10 minutes or less. But again, I'm not going to wait for that in this video. But how it comes back, it really breaks things down by batches. It would show each batch and all of the issues. You can jump in and start looking at the issues. You can sort by just certain success criterion or issues, or you could jump over on the report side and create an executive summary, the detailed issue report, all of those. Thank you very much.